Nice job on fixing up that air conditioning unit again. I'm really sorry that your apartment got messed up and full of bugs, but it sounds like you really used some great problem-solving skills and a can-do attitude to tackle the problem all by yourself. So that's awesome. Some adulty tasks I had to do this week included calling my health insurance and calling my home and auto insurance just for various issues. And like a lot of people, I don't like talking to strangers on the phone. It's not fun. But I did what I had to do. I called the number, talked to the people, did not take that long, and I felt pretty proud of myself afterwards. And I know that we've already talked about adulting on this channel a lot, but I feel like I have some new thoughts to share. I've seen some voices online that are a little critical of people who use the word adulting, particularly young people. And some of the things they say are, adulting? That's not a word. You mean like things everyone does every day? Everybody's got to do that stuff. You don't get any kind of special award for it. Why are you guys complaining so much? What a group of crybabies. I think young people are just finally being honest about what life is like when you get past high school and college and you suddenly have to do everything for yourself, pay rent, finding an apartment, finding jobs that aren't part-time, finding jobs that aren't just entry level, choosing a career, paying taxes, making appointments, navigating insurance, cooking for yourself and making things that taste good and mixing it up while trying to stay healthy, starting a retirement fund and deciding how much to contribute to it and how even to do that. All of these things are things that we got to do as adults, and it's not something that we had to do before college or high school, and it's just a lot of things that are hard. And I think it's okay to be honest that these things are hard and that it's not easy to figure out how to do everything. And especially if you don't have someone like a parent or an older mentor to help you and give you advice. Erin and I are blessed with two sets of great parents that are willing to give us advice and help. And I can't imagine what it would be like if you didn't have great parents who are able to help you like that. And you, Jess, you're 2 hours away from your family and all by yourself in an apartment. And I think it's amazing and awesome that you're making it work all by yourself and problem solving and baking and doing all kinds of great things all by yourself. But it's not easy, right? And I could be wrong about this, but I just feel like older generations have this idea that, oh, you have to go through life, do it yourself, get that can-do attitude, seize the day, you can do it without any help, and you don't complain about things being hard. And I think our generation is just starting to press back against that. I think we can be honest about things that are hard, and we can be honest about what makes us feel accomplished. And maybe something that's easy for me is hard for you, or vice versa, but that doesn't really make the thing feel any less hard to the person who doesn't want to do the thing. So I think if you just did something that was really hard for you, even though a lot of people have been doing it for years and it doesn't seem hard to a lot of people, you have a right to celebrate it, and you have a right to feel accomplished and proud of yourself for adulting, because it's not easy. And every step of the way is a challenge. And another thing about adulting is that you just keep finding more challenges as you go along. You know, first you have to figure out how to live and sustain yourself, but later on you might have kids, or you might want to climb the career ladder, or you might want to move to a new place. And that presents more challenges and more things to figure out how to do. And it just never ends, really. Sorry, that seems kind of depressing, but it's true. And I think it's okay to acknowledge that it's kind of a constant challenge. But each thing that you do and each thing that you figure out gives you more experience doing it. I don't know if you've seen this, but there's a meme that's out there on the internet that's really great, and it talks about how, oh, I was looking around because I had a problem, and so I was looking for an adult, and then I realized I am an adult. So what I really need is an older adult or an adultier adult. But the thing about adultier adults that I have noticed is that they're still figuring it out as they go. Everybody is kind of winging it in a way. It's not just us. Maybe everyone's not talking about it the same way we would, but everyone is just figuring it out as they go. And that's kind of encouraging to me because even though it means that there'll always be things to figure out, it also means that there's grace for everybody. And you don't have to become some sort of all-knowing, all-capable person in order to be an adult. I feel like our recent camping trip to Betsy River is a really good example of adulting because we did it all by ourselves. We did the planning and we booked the site and we cooked and we did everything and we made some mistakes. We forgot some stuff like cooking spray for the tonka pies, but we used our problem solving skills and I went to the store and we got some oil from the camping store and it worked. I think some really great things that we can have as we're trying to adult is friends and family, because they can always be helpful and give advice and be supportive. And sometimes they might know how to do a thing that you don't know how to do. So that's always helpful. Another great thing that we have as we go through life is grace. We always have grace. Even if we make mistakes, it's okay. We can forgive ourselves and we can forgive others for making mistakes and move on. It's all going to be okay. And the last thing that I think is super helpful when you're trying to adult is being able to laugh at yourself, because it can be pretty funny in hindsight. In the moment, maybe when there's a crisis, it doesn't feel very funny, but afterwards, it can seem pretty funny if you're able to laugh at it. So that's my adulting rant for the day. I just think it's okay to be honest about when things are hard, and it's okay to use the word adulting because I think it's definitely a thing that we all experience, whether or not we're willing to admit it. And I think we just need our friends and our family and grace and laughter to get through this crazy thing called life, in which we have to continually face new challenges, but there are also new joys and new experiences to encounter and celebrate. Comment below if any of this resonates with you, or if you have any fun stories to share, or any great instructional videos or how-tos that really helped you. I'd love to hear all about it. And Jess, I love you so much. I'm so proud of you and so happy that we're doing this adulting thing together. And I'll see you on Monday.